Hello YouTube, this is Kenneth91619, and yes, coming back with more Windows 8, and just to recap, I made a video earlier this week, actually just a couple days ago, on my first look at Windows 8. It's a quick video, wasn't meant to be informative or a learning experience. It was just meant to play around with Windows 8 just to show you, the audience, how it looks and runs, so you guys can see if you want to buy it or not. And coming back with this new Windows 8 series I'm starting, and Windows 8 series part 1 that I'm doing right now is we're going to be talking about everything to do with apps in Windows 8 and what they are and what they mean. And just to get started, let's head back to our start screen. Like I mentioned before, I said there was a shortcut key to get to the start screen, and I didn't know what it was at the moment, but now I do. It's going to be the start button on your keyboard. Press it to go back to the current application you have running, and you click it again, and it takes you to the start screen. So for instance, if I click, let's see here, if I click weather, and I hit the start button on the keyboard, take me back, click it again, it'll take me back to the most recent application I just used. Okay, so starting from the left to the right, I added a couple of new apps from the App Store, Microsoft App Store. And in my previous video, my first overlook, I briefly went over Mail, Calendar, and Contacts. Today we're going to be doing a more in-depth of these apps as well. And cool thing, you can right click and it gives you options to make the thumbnail smaller or larger. This is only possible as of right now, to my knowledge, with the apps you can download from the App Store. So if you decide to add an application to the start screen, for instance like this game, World of Tanks, I do not have an option of making it larger. So that is one downside in my books. For some people it's no big deal, but I think you should have the option to make it larger or not. But it is what it is, and hopefully Microsoft in future updates will allow us to do that. But let's get started with Mail here. And okay, so this is not how it's going to look for most users when they first, let's see here, open this application. You're going to be greeted with a blue screen and Microsoft sign-in screen is what it looked like, and it's pretty much asking you to sign into your Microsoft account. And like I mentioned in my previous video, you do not need a Microsoft account to access your mail. It's just you can use your Gmail, Yahoo. It's just, I guess, it's like an Android phone. You need to sign into your Gmail account to establish your account, I guess, and you can add anything to it. But you will have to do the same for every application, or most every application you download for the App Store. It might ask you to log in to your Microsoft account, and depending on what account you sign in the first time is, that will depend on every time you log into other applications. For the first time, you'll have to use that same email and password. So if you stick with your Yahoo email and password for Mail, every other application that you first launch will ask you for that same email and password, so we don't confuse anyone. So after that happens, you're going to be greeted by this screen. It'll either log you into your Yahoo account if you happen to log into a Yahoo account, or Gmail. And on the lower left hand corner there's going to be a little hyperlink that says go to accounts to add more accounts. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of what it said. I can't quote it for sure. And like I mentioned in my previous video, when you right click, it brings up a small list, or a small list of options you can do with right clicking and bringing up this taskbar down here. And as far as Mail, the app for Mail, you just have pin to start and sync for syncing mail. but most of the controls are going to be on this side taskbar, and it's ever changing depending on what application you're in. So if I'm in Mail and I hit search, it's going to search for things in my Mail. Okay, so if I hit settings and I'm in my Mail app, it's going to give me settings for my Mail apps. So if you want to add more accounts, you have to go to accounts here and add more accounts. And yeah, so you can add Hotmail, Outlook, this would be your Gmail. Other account would be, I guess, a company account, AOL and Yahoo. And you can add as many accounts as you like. And just to show you how it looks, you have your mails here, your highlighted or your unreads, your highlighted or your bolded and highlighted are your unreads, and the normal font looking emails are the ones you've read already. And to the far right, you're going to have the actual email displaying. On the top right hand corner, you have create a new message to the sender and to CC and BCC. So this is your side of the screen to add the emails that you're sending your message to. You can add a subject, add a message, and let's see, there should be a way to, yeah, okay, so you right click to bring up a whole set of options. Now this is what I like the most about Windows 8 is it's you know, it's all hidden. You know, it looks nice and clean, but at the same time some people might freak out because it looks too simple and they don't know where to go to add attachments or whatnot. But you just hit right click and this whole cool blue taskbar comes up, and I'm sure you can change the color of this. It's something I just haven't found out how to do yet. You can paste stuff from your clipboard, add attachments. You know, this is how your files will look like. You can save as draft. You can change the font, bold, italics, underline text, and so on and so forth. And yeah, then you send them the email and send to the sender, and that's mail for you. It's pretty simple as far as operating mail. And let's go to our next application, which is calendar. And I briefly went over this. Didn't really talk about it. We can right click and you can change from the month to the week. You can display stuff that's going on during the week, and you can display the day you're in. It breaks down into 3 columns, and you have arrows on the top right and left hand corners to switch to the next set of 3 days. So what you can do is you can double click the tile to create an event, and depending if you want, when you sign into your Microsoft account, which would be the the first account you sign in the first time, would be your set email, default email for your named calendar. So Kenneth Calendar would be my default email that I signed for my Microsoft account, and I can also attach or add new accounts. So for my Yahoo account, I only have 2, or my Mail account, I only have 2 listed there. So my calendar is only going to give me 2. You know, it depends on how many email accounts you have on there. And as far as for an event in calendar, when you right click, no taskbar at the bottom pops up. It's just pure text is what it seems like to me. There's no customizations in here that you can't add anything. So I'm going to save, discard changes, and that's pretty much calendar for you folks. It's pretty simple, not much to talk about. Let's head back to our start screen and head over to contacts or people. And you know, whoops, why am I in my Facebook? So it's gonna look like this. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna sign you into whatever account you want to sign into. You can connect to all these accounts. Let's see here, settings, accounts. You have your Microsoft default account like we talked about. You can add a Facebook, Gmail, Skype, and let's see what other accounts you can add. A Twitter, Outlook, Google. See how Twitter looks like on here. So it's going to ask me for permission to connect Twitter. Okay, let's sign in real quick. And hit done. And let's see here. How do I transition from accounts? Hit home. See your Facebook account here, but I do not see anywhere listed for my Twitter account. I don't see anything listed for my Twitter account, so it may have not connected or synced very well. But anyways, that's people, and you know, depending on what account you log in, it'll ask you if you want to sync your contacts to it. And it's just like a quick way to Facebook message someone, send them an email, or Yahoo Messenger, which is you know, another app here called Messenger. And your default will be your Yahoo Messenger, and you can add an account, a Facebook account. It's, you know, it's what it is. It's odd because it takes me back here, and it doesn't take me back to the home screen. So yeah, that's messaging. And what's cool about Windows 8 is their new Skydrive. And what this is, it's a service they provide you for 1 year for free, where you can upload files, pictures, and whatnot. I believe it's just 17 gigs or 7 gigs. Don't quote me because I might be wrong. But you can upload to this cloud or server, if you want to call it, and you can access these files from any mobile device or other computers. You just have to either have Windows 8 or Skydrive. I think you have to have Windows 8 to pull it up on another computer. It's just common sense, but if you right click, you can refresh, make a new folder. I'm sorry about my voice. Or upload more files. You can go to details or select all, and you can search files within Skydrive, and you can go to settings and sign out, add account. Okay, so it's 7 gigs of free storage for 1 year, and after that, you know, it'll ask you to upgrade or whatnot. I'm sure it'll ask you to do that. Well, that's Skydrive. It's pretty, you know, it's like Dropbox. For you people that know what Dropbox is, it's a similar service, just that it's a Microsoft version of it. And whether when you first launch it, it'll ask you for permission to if it can, you know, find your location or whatnot, and it'll set your weather. And then you can right click, you can go to places, and I added New York City. You can add more places by just clicking this, entering the city. Check out the world weather. Let's go to Moscow. Pretty cold in Moscow right now. And then you can break it down to, how do I do this again? So it's pretty fluid. You know, that's weather for you. Really simple app to use. Let's move on to the more interesting apps that you can get from the store. But before I can talk about these other apps I added, you have to know where you get them from, and they're going to be in the Microsoft Store. So let's open the Microsoft Store really quick here, and this is how the Microsoft Store will look like. You're going to have your Spotlight and all your categories like games, social, entertainment, and so on and so forth. And it looks like there's a decent amount of apps on launch day. You can right click, you can go to home, you can go to your apps I've installed, which is a lot more than this. There you go. Okay. Anyways, your main controls for the store are going to come from your side taskbar. If you want to search a specific item, for instance, like a racing game, you know, it'll come up right here. It'll give you all the results. You can sort them in different categories, however you want to search for it. And you have your I guess top most featured apps on the store homepage for each category, and you can either click top 3 or new releases. Some of these apps aren't free, and a downside to that is the YouTube app is not free. There's I guess a light version of the YouTube app that's for free, but as far as that app goes, it's not the greatest just because it doesn't display HD. And let's go back. So first app I installed was NewEgg, so let's take a look at NewEgg. And the cool thing about these apps, I mean, people complain, it's like, oh, it's, you know, it looks like it's on, you know, it has the feel and look of a mobile or touchscreen device like a tablet or a smartphone, and that's not entirely bad in and of itself. But if you think about it, this really helps loading the page in itself, just because, you know, loading NewEgg in this app is gonna, you know, upload or load twice, even 3 times as fast as it will load on the normal browser, just because, you know, it's not uploading as many things all at once. It's an application that's uploading, you know, little thumbnails and stuff like that. So it's, you know, if you have really slow internet, this is a definite plus for you. But in my case, I have like 30 megabytes per second. What's my download speed? Something like that. So I have pretty fast internet, so I don't have to worry about that. So you're gonna have your shell shockers on this side, and I can't really click on this. Your daily deals. It's got a couple of quick ones here, and you can view all of them. And if you have a mouse that has multifunctional buttons, I have a Logitech M510, and it has 2 buttons on the side, and I can just click that to go back, so it automatically programs itself to Microsoft 8, which is pretty cool. And then you got browse by categories and your recently viewed. Just go check out computer hardware. Let's check out my new. I'm building a new PC soon, and let's check out the motherboard I'm gonna get, which is a pretty sweet motherboard. I'm excited. Okay, so you hit motherboards, right? And you're like, wait, you know, these are all the motherboards? What's going on? How do I get to all the motherboards? So what you do is you're gonna go to the right hand side and hit search, and you can search ASUS Sabertooth Z77 motherboard, and surely enough, it will come up. This thing is a pretty beast motherboard. It's the one I'm gonna get, and you'll have your overview, your egg review, or your whatever you call it, little egg star thing, the product picture, add a cart, wish list, details. Click view all, see all the details of the motherboard. Then you got your reviews, pretty good reviews, and then you got your list of combos. And let's see if I can get my combo that I've been looking for. It's not too bad, 660. But I'm gonna get the Cooler Master Trooper case, the black one, not the white one. That's the case I'm gonna get. I wanted to get the Cosmos, but it's just, I don't like its feel. It's a bit too big for me. Oh, the case is a bit too large, so I'm just gonna stick with the Trooper. And these are your shopping insights. So it's pretty much giving you a percentage of customers that bought this product, you know, 30%, 4%, 3%, and so forth. But if you add this to cart, you know, on your top right hand corner you have a couple of quick hot links, or what do you want to call it, home key, shopping cart, favorites, or wish list, and my account. So click cart, and here are your products. You can hit checkout, obviously sign in, and login, registration, feedback, you know, all your stuff's here. Let's go back to the start screen. That's NewEgg for you guys. And games is bit tricky on my case because I really don't know. I believe it's games you can download on your PC and games you can buy for your Xbox. And I'm assuming just because this looks like Windows 8 is going to be available on the Xbox, it looks like it's going to be like a new software update. It seems that Windows is pretty smart. They designed an operating system that works on every platform and has very little coding differences on each one. You know, and I think that's very smart on their half. They can have Windows 8 running on a PC, running on a smartphone, tablet, Xbox, and it's all the same coding. With minimal differences between. The only difference is it's probably just desktop in itself, but you'll still have these the start screen. So let's see here. Okay, so this is a Bing search bar. That's what this is. Using that, it's like Google pretty much. It's just Bing. And let's see here. PC World. This is their app on Windows 8, and I rated a 3 out of 5 star app. It's okay. A bit scattered. Yeah, there's no dates or anything listed on here. It's just a bunch of tiles going on. For some reason, some of the pictures won't load, or let's see here. So your typical scrolling would be done with your mouse scroller. That's PC for you, PC World, and Bank of America app is pretty cool. I'm not gonna sign in and show you guys how much I make, but this is how it's gonna look like. And have your accounts. You can open up a new account, transfer, pay bills. I can't really do it because I have to sign in. Sign in the right hand corner. Right click. There's no options for that taskbar. Settings, saved, online IDs, all this other stuff. And Teamviewer for you guys that don't know what Teamviewer is, it's to remotely control your computer from a different computer, smartphone, or tablet for multiple reasons, to help a friend with technical problems, to access certain files depending on what you want to do. A Fox News app, and all the apps are designed to scroll left to right, and most of them got fixed backgrounds, which is really cool. It makes it feel like a very modern website. Let's pick a longer article. Okay, this one scrolls left to right. A couple of them scroll up up to down. Okay, I think they changed it. It's probably an update. But that's Fox News for you. And YouTube. This is the free version of YouTube that I was talking about. And it just really doesn't give you any options. All you can do is search videos on YouTube. I don't think you can sign in. And these purple dots at the top, or any dots that seem to run at the top, indicate different meanings like loading, installing. Depending on the color, I believe blue or green means loading. I believe it's green. Purple. No, green. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Green is installing. Purple is loading, and blue is restarting or something like that. I don't remember. You got a set of videos here, and description isn't really much I put on here.
Hello YouTube,
it's not in full HD, which is a bummer. So I'm kind of won't be using this app at all. Not sure if I'll pay $2 to buy the full version with the login and hopefully HD. But this is the Twitter app. There's a couple of them on the Microsoft Store, but this seems to be my favorite. This is your timeline, as you can see, and you got your mentions, direct messages, and you can click on your hash name link or whatever, takes you to your profile. Got your tweets, your followers, or your people you're following, and your followers. You can go back and add a tweet, upload a picture. It's pretty straightforward and easy to use. And thanks for watching, guys. This was my first videos for my Microsoft 8 series, and entitled Everything to Do with Apps. And in my other video, I still haven't decided what I'm going to talk about, but it's probably going to be talking about performance and how fast Windows 8 runs applications and how applications work in general as far as closing them and opening them. Windows 8 has done something a bit different. It runs more like a mobile phone, where it doesn't really entirely shut down the application. Like you see right here, there's previously run applications that are still on, and that makes it for a faster access. But anyways, I'll see you guys later, and look out for my next video for Microsoft 8, and I'll see you guys later.